Hello angels, I'm sorry for this crappy intro. I'm editing the video right now, and when I do crafts, and honestly most of my videos I forget to do intros, and then I'm editing and I'm like, maybe I'll throw one in now. So in this video, basically it's a compilation of crafts I've done. We're starting off with this like cute little cat keychain, a little Emily the Strange vibe, and then we're doing flared jeans with a little stencil of a skull on them, and we're finishing up with a Buffy the Vampire Slayer tank top, which I also made a stencil for. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's just like me doing these crafts. Basically I'm voicing over on top of it. It's like a little craft with me. You can watch this in the background while crafting, or you could watch it to kind of get like inspiration or a little bit as like a form of a tutorial, because I tried showing the entire process of making all these pieces. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Mwah.
Calling in all divas. It's time to glitter up your day with Simona.
We're starting off with making these fun little cats. Here's one that I made for my friend. You can use scrap fabrics for this. Like, you really don't need much to make this. If you don't have a sewing machine, you could also do all of this by hand. There's parts I do by hand. It's just gonna take longer. So I made myself a little pattern like with paper for like the shape of the head and like the body, the arms and all of that. And yeah, like for the head I basically made the pattern, then I cut out 2 pieces. I put the fabrics good side to good side, and then I sewed all around, leaving one hole for the opening so I could put the fluff in there and then sew it shut. And then I'm moving on to the arms. Same concept, right side to right side, put the fabrics together, sew all around, leave a little hole. And you basically do that for all the individual body parts. Once you have every section sewn and then flipped so the right side is out, I fill the head up with some fluff, and then you can sew that shut either through your machine or by hand. And you're basically going to do the same thing with the rest of the parts of the cat. Now, since I'm making this cat into a keychain, I took a piece of ribbon and just used my lighter so that the edges don't fray. And then you just sew that onto the head of the cat, just like on the ear in the corner. And then we're starting to decorate the cat and give it little personality. So for the eyes, I love doing buttons for eyes. It reminds you of Coraline too. It's just like so cute in my opinion. It's really fun to do. By the way, I thought I would just add this in. If this is a little bit too difficult for you to do, or if you want to start off with something more simple, I've made a cat before where you need even less materials, and I made it all by hand. So this also works if you don't have a sewing machine and you don't want it to take 5 years. I used felt and I hand stitched a cat together, and I used buttons for eyes and thread to give it like features and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put a little picture up on the screen, but honestly I feel like just looking at it you kind of will know what I did. I don't know if anyone wants an explanation on how I did that. I could totally, like, you could comment it, I'll reply to you and kind of give a little list of instructions basically of like what I did and what I used as materials. Okay, now we are sewing just different little details onto the cat. I gave it some whiskers, some details in the ears. I did a little stitch kind of in the middle of the face to make it look like it was stitched together there. And then I added a little polka dot fabric in the front to kind of add like more details onto the cat. And I like using embroidery thread that's like contrasting in color. So I really love the colors pink and purple. That's why I did a little bit of that. And then I had a little scarf that I put around its neck. Now we're moving on to the jeans. So I had these kind of skinny jeans. They were pretty lame and I wanted to make them cool. So I thought I would first of all make them flared. So here what I'm doing is I'm just folding the jeans over so I could see where I wanted the flare to kind of start and end. I wanted to kind of start at the ankle. So I also pinned down on the jeans where I wanted the new hem to be at the bottom, because another issue with this pair was that they were a little bit too long for me. So I tried them on, put a little pin where I wanted them to end with a little seam allowance, and then I took extra scrap fabrics from like old pair of jeans I had. I probably made them into a skirt or something. So I used this fabric for the flare. Now I'm basically just lining it up here to see how flared I want them. Once you figure that out, you just cut the piece and then you're gonna cut a duplicate piece so you have one for both legs. Now I'm seam ripping the pant leg open so I can sew on the flared piece. You can also just cut through the jeans. I'm just using a seam ripper because it's a bit of a cleaner look. Seam ripping is definitely time consuming though and really annoying. Honestly, one of my least favorite parts of the process. But, you know, it's what else are we gonna do? You know, I'm not gonna go spend like $100+ on pants from the mall that don't even look the way I want them to look. So it's okay. It's time consuming, but then it's worth it in the end. I took my time with this part as well. You basically want to pin everything in place. I like to have the pins very close to each other so it's as accurate as possible, and I'm just comparing both legs, making sure that they're even on both sides. So I just put them on top of each other, making sure it all lines up properly. And then once you have everything pinned, you're just going to take it to your sewing machine and sew it all the way down. It totally is a little bit difficult to do this when you get closer to the knee section. At least, you know, I guess it depends on how like wide the fabric is around the knees, but for me it was definitely a little bit of a struggle. Once the main leg part is done, you're just gonna hem the bottom of your jeans. You can also just leave it unhemmed if you want a frayed look. I just wanted it to look clean, so I hemmed the bottom. And you're almost done, guys. Honestly, after this part, you can be done. I just decided to add a little more intrigue to the pants. So I don't know if you guys, well, you guys can see, honestly, like right there in the corner. I have a little skull patch I made a while ago. Like, it was just kind of sitting in a pile of my things, so I decided to sew that on. Next, I decided to make a Buffy tank top. It was my first time making a stencil from real people, so it was a learning experience. It definitely, you know, trial and error, and I want to get better with time, but it was really fun to do. I did the cover for season 7. So yeah, I'm also selling some of these pieces if you guys want to check it out. I usually do pop-ups. I want to actually, you know, put stuff on Depop and sell on Depop. It's just I do pop-ups mostly, but I will try to put them up online as well if anyone's interested. So yeah, that's all the crafts for the videos. If you guys want to see more craft videos, let me know. I honestly could totally do more. I'll do my crafts, then I never film the process, to be honest, but I think these videos are kind of fun to make and edit, and I like looking back on the pieces that I make and stuff. So thanks for watching, angels, and make sure to leave some glitter everywhere you go.